This video introduces you to our online inquiry tool and how to use it for your writing project. For your project, you will be asked to write an essay on a controversial issue after using the internet as a source for your information. The digital tool you see here is called an argument graph. It is designed to help you organize the information you find as you do your research and write your essay. To use the tool, begin by typing your claim into the box at the top. In this example, I've already typed my claim, energy drinks are not safe for teenagers. Next, your teacher may assign you to investigate certain perspectives, or you may be given a menu of perspectives and asked to think about which approach could be useful to explore as part of your research. After choosing one of the perspectives in relation to the claim you've made, type each perspective into its own cell on the left side of the argument graph under the label Perspectives. As an example, I've decided to examine the claim about energy drinks first from a medical perspective. So I'm going to click on the perspective box here and type medical perspective. Then I click on this green bar to add a perspective, and I'm going to also look at things from an educational perspective, and so I'll type that here. If you have more than two perspectives, each time you click on Add a Perspective, the organizer will expand with another row of boxes to fill with details. In the bottom half of each box, generate a question to guide your search for information from that perspective. For example, from a medical perspective, which is concerned with health issues, one question to explore can be, can energy drinks damage a person's health? An interesting question from an educational perspective that deals more with how people learn might be, do energy drinks make it harder or easier to learn new things? After you enter your questions for each perspective, notice that there are boxes, 3 of them, to the right of each perspective box. The box under the heading Arguments for the Claim provides space for you to type information that supports the claim that energy drinks can damage a person's health. The box under the heading Arguments Against the Claim can be used to type information you find that is against that claim, or supports a counterclaim that energy drinks are not damaging to your health. Guided by these questions, we are now ready to begin searching for information for and against each claim. To start, open a new window in your browser, go to a search engine, and begin searching for information. I did some searching earlier and found information to support each side of the question, can energy drinks damage a person's health, from a medical perspective. So I typed in energy drinks can damage your health. I searched and I found a website that lists several health problems associated with energy drinks. These include weight gain, compromised sleep cycles, alcohol poisoning, and dehydration. So using that information, I go back to my online inquiry tool and I type in the arguments for the claim, energy drinks can cause weight gain, sleep problems, and dehydration. There's space for me to insert the source, and so I'll go back to the page and copy it and paste it into the box beneath that claim. Then the stoplights remind me to stop to consider the quality of this source. You can select the red light if the source is questionable, the yellow light if it's somewhat reliable, and the green light if you think the source is very reliable. When you click on the light, jot down a note in the pop-up box to support your reasoning about reliability. When you close the box, the light stays lit as a visual reminder of the quality of that site. This can be useful when you write your summary statements about your evidence at the end. So now I need information to fill in the box Arguments Against the Claim. I did some searching, and this time I searched for energy drinks are safe. I scroll down a bit, and this time I find a website that says if you're aware of how much caffeine you are consuming, people of all ages can safely consume energy drinks in moderation. So I'm going to take this website and copy paste the source into the bottom of my box. And I will type some information here to say people of all ages can safely consume energy drinks in moderation. Again, you can use the stoplights to evaluate the quality of the source, make notes to remind you about your decision later, and then click OK to keep the light lit. When you feel like you have gathered enough information on both sides of the issue, you can use the synthesis box in the right column to synthesize what you learned in a way that considers both evidence for and against the claim from, in this case, the medical perspective. Then you would repeat the same process with the next row of text boxes. First, consider your question, then read across multiple sources for and against the claim as you take notes, note the quality of the source, and finally synthesize what you've learned from both sides of that perspective. When you have finished locating evidence to support the things that you need, you can write your final essay in the space at the bottom of the argument graph under the box conclusion. Please note, your teacher may instead ask you to use a word processing program to write your final essay, so be sure to follow your teacher's directions. Either way, you can use the information in this digital graph to help you organize ideas for your essay. When you have finished, to save your work, click the Save link in the top left corner. A complete copy of all of the text in your argument graph will be saved as an icon on your desktop. When you click on the icon on your desktop, you can review a static, printable copy of your work. If you want to continue working on a saved file later, after the file has been saved on your desktop, return to this online tool space, then select Open Chart from the top left corner, select your saved file, and the file will open up inside the argument graph to continue your work online. Once you have made your changes, save your work again, and a new icon will be saved on your desktop.